CJ, you on mute.
I'm so sorry. Damn it. I'm excited, y'all. Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands for the second time. Again, my bad, y'all. I'm your favorite armchair GM, CJ. And this here is the official third fan in the stand, Mr. C. Douglas. Okay. Doug, there's no more debate. I'm named it now. You are officially the third fan in the stand.
Yes,
Hey
sir.
man, the Panthers got a dub, cuz. What how you feeling? What you think?
Shoot, looking bushy in the eyes and the hair. I know, but hey, I'll take the win on a early Sunday morning. Um, got messy at the end, but that's football.
Mm,
But I mean, you got to win. You stat the back to back win. I think they said since 2022 we haven't won back to back games. So I'll take it, man.
yeah, it's
I
it's
will
been a
take it.
while. It has been a while. And my thing is, and everybody's talking about Bryce and his confidence. And no matter which side of the Bryce Young, like the F1 terms, which side of the Bryce Young paddock that you're on, I don't think it's anything better for this young man than to go out there and get that dub. Now, mind you, the defense played a big part in this whole roller coaster of a game. You know, offense did as well. But I'm so happy that they were able to get, this victory going into the bye week. Okay.
Correct.
So it's something for them to build on, and I know I know somewhere somebody's gonna be like, well, you know what, well, whatever. It's two bad teams going out there playing each other, and two bad offenses, two bad defenses, blah 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 blah, whatever. Hey, you know what? At this point, I don't give a damn. It's a dub. It is a dub. The way we are as a franchise right now, you take every little bit of building blocks that you can amass, put together, and try to work on that and build towards, getting better at the towards the end of the season. Okay.
Correct.
But let me also start off everybody that's in the chat. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay. We appreciate you. As always, you can catch us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. Okay, and let's get into some comments. This was me. I was very excited. Deontay's good win. What's going on, Deontay? LSK 1988 hard fought victory. Yes, yes, it was. Yes, it was. That really was a hard fought victory. And as much as it was a hard fought victory, they also almost gave it away just you know what I mean? It was almost it was that close to me, and when they just completely just was like crap. And we'll get into that in a second because me and Doug and Tony were talking in the group chat, and I always say the Panthers get to a point in the game where it's like this year anywhere, it's like where the defense not really gives up, but it's almost like it always comes to a point where the other team just drives down the field no matter what. I always when I'm here by myself, I'm like, they're giving up, they're giving up. I'm like, but let me quit saying they're giving up. I know they're not giving up because, as you can see, they didn't give up today. So we'll see. Mr. Hunky Dory said, man, wasn't nail body. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He also says rookies are playing fire. Chuba with the new contract exploded for 24.9 fantasy points. Yes, he did. Let me tell you, when they got down in the red zone, I was like, give the ball to Chuba because he's definitely on my fantasy squad. So shout out to you, Chuba. Yeah, my bad, Mr. Hunky Dory. Antonio, what's going on? How you doing? All right. And like you said, yes, please like, subscribe, and share the stream. We appreciate all the support. All right. Let me see. Michael Lee, what's going on? Says, up, guys? Great win, Panthers. Yes, yes, indeed. SC Pace said, yes, sir, boys. Another dub. What do you say, dub? Since 2022,
Since
last time we won
2022,
back-to-back
back
games.
to back.
That's been a minute, man. That is a minute.
Literally three. It's
88.
literally it's almost 3 years because it happened week 12. So it's literally
Mm-hmm.
3 years. Like
Yeah,
it's doing some
exactly.
change, but it's literally three
Mm-hmm.
years.
Yep. QP88. What's going on? He said, what's up, fella? Back-to-back dubs. Yes. Austin, right? What's going on, cuz? It's a dub. Sure is. Yep. Miss Hunky Dory said Bryce did what he needed to do. He limited bad throws, sacks, interceptions, etc. He threw some good passes again that people dropped. Yes. Yes. And we'll get into that too in a second. Austin said, what's up, CJ? And what's up, Doug? Carlos Edwards Jr. said, exactly. Win is a win. I'm so happy for this team and Bryce Young. He needs as much confidence as possible. Indeed. Indeed. Those are all facts. Anthony Brown, what's going on? How you doing? Carlos said this team is finding different ways to win, which is so important to build a winning team in the NFL. Yes, yes, because the thing is, it's like, people want Bryce to go out there and throw for 300 yards, and it's just like, oh, he ain't got, because he ended up with let me see,
120.
126
Yeah.
126 yards passing, but he only took one sack, and that was real early in the game. I think on the first drive, one sack, zero interceptions, and he had a quarterback rating of 86.4. So I think he was very efficient with the ball. And like I said again, let me get to some of these comments, and we'll talk about some of the plays in the game. Chuba is a top 5 running back in the NFL. Yes, he is right now. He is. I think money wise, and as far as the stats go and the yards and stuff, yeah, he's definitely a top 5 NFL running back right now. Let me see. Jeremy McKinney, what's going on? Said needs more offensive production. Honestly, yes, yes, I will agree. I will agree with you on that. And I think it came down to what was it? Oh my goodness, it was one of those drives where it's like, okay, it was late in the fourth quarter. At this point, the Giants know we're trying to run the ball. Okay. So they ran the ball like 3 plays in a row, got stopped, and had to punt. My thing is, that's when, the guru that Dave Canales is supposed to be, like, let it show then. Get a little bit more creative with the play calling. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could throw a quick pass or something in on some of those plays, but that's just me as a fan talking, somebody who just came from in the house screaming at the TV because I was mad at certain plays. But yeah, but we got he said, "What's good, fam? What's going on?" Neo Shadow Wolf 28. What's going on? So everyone wait for Real to set back in after the bye week when we face the Chiefs in the gauntlet of teams. Well, you know what? I'm not even mad at this comment. I'm not mad at this comment because we do have a hell of a schedule after the bye week, because we play the Chiefs, the Bucks, Philly, Dallas, Arizona, the Bucks again, and Atlanta to end the season. So that this comment is not wrong, but even still though, if we can go out there and play, and as long as we look better, in those games, and to be perfectly honest with you, a couple of them games, the Dallas game might be a winnable one now. Okay, shoot, Arizona. I'll go ahead and say Arizona. Put that as a might for me. Arizona might be a winnable game. You never know. We might get lucky with some of these others. Yeah, I mean, the sun shines on the dog's ass every now and then. So you get what I'm saying. So we'll see. We might get lucky. You never know. But one thing, what we've been saying this whole time, we have officially won more games than last year. we would not be 2 and
You know
15
how I feel
again.
about stuff like this, but hey,
I'm
that,
serious though.
that's a fact though. I ain't gonna
Yeah, I'm
lie, that's a
serious.
fact.
hmm Deontay said, "Hey, long as the Chiefs game is competitive, can't be mad." Yes, exactly. Can't be mad at that. All right, Doug. So, what were your highs and lows of this game? What had you screaming and hollering and in the text chat? Doug
Um,
was in all caps from the third and the fourth quarter.
Coaching,
hmm
play calling on both sides, and
Okay.
is I mean, a win is a win, but again, I don't want to get too nitpicky and being a fan
hmm
in it. It's more of play calling where people are going to say Bryce, Bryce, it was that pass with Chuba on the third down. It was more of you're good with the run and you have to run again. I wasn't mad at the runs, but stop running up the middle, bounce outside. Like one time, I think Chuba, rather than being choppy at the feet, he tried to run through the hole. He had a whole outside lane that he could have went in. But on the defensive
hmm
side, when they got the game time field goal, it was lax DB coverage from the corners and safeties. You literally gave 10 yards a pop before you even cushion
hmm
for the quarterback to throw a pass. So we didn't really press any other wide receivers. But I would say, coaching can be better. We already know what the defense is. Um,
Yeah.
I will give Dave Canales finally, we are stubborn with the run. We win with the run, we lose with the run. And again, one thing, me and CJ were going back and forth about that we're going against the number one team with the most sacks. I said we have the number 5 offensive line. I said, and he just
Hey.
chuckled, and he chuckled, and
Hey.
I said, CJ, That's your point. I got a counter for you. So,
Yeah.
for me, it's our offensive line, and I said this before the guy. I think I said the first drive. It may have been
Mm-hmm.
coaching. You remember when I
Mm-hmm.
texted you that? I said it may have been coaching.
Yeah.
When you look at, you have backups in, and you're going against the number one defense in the league that produces sacks, and you have backups, and you have a backup center, you have a backup left tackle, and you gave up one sack, which was on Bryce. It was not on the offensive
Mm-hmm.
line. Bryce went a little bit too fast, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm not going to complain too much because we got to win. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, I do see improvement where we need to. A
Mm-hmm.
couple players that we don't need to be playing anymore right now. There is a youth movement. But like I said, once we get into that, we can talk about
Yeah.
that because again, I do think you need to cut the fat. You need to cut the
That
fat.
hey, there you go. Okay, and you know what? And hey, you my boy Blue. Let me tell you, you my boy for that comment right there. I know it's not going to happen. On certain plays, prevent defense is well warranted. But on that last drive, JC, Mike Jackson, all of them, and I'm screaming at her. I'm sitting there, my wife is next to me, and I'm telling her, like, I could walk my fat ass out there and throw a 5 yard a pass and make that completion. I'm not being serious. I know it's the NFL. I know it's more to that, but the amount of space that they're giving them, and even Kurt Warner said it. Kurt Warner was like, I understand, you doing everything in your power not to get beat deep, not to give up a big play, but at the same time, they can dink and dunk the ball down the damn field, and this has been Evero, since he got here. You know what I mean? And but the one thing I will say is this, as far as the defense goes, I always say it gets to a point in the game where it's like the defense, not, and like I said before, not really gives up, but it's like the other team just drives down the field like at will. Okay. But the one good thing I would say, it seems like in the last two games, it seems like that point has moved further back into the game than, as far as like, we might have a good first half of the first quarter, and then all of a sudden it's like the defense act like they don't know what to do.
Or
Okay.
no, get tired. Like we said, when they give up and get tired very easily.
Yeah, but you know what? It's almost like this. It's almost like there's something in Evero's head where it's like, okay, he sees something, and it's like, all right, you know what? I got to go to the full blown prevent for the rest of the game, and then we just get dinked and dunked down the field. People are out of position. Jordan Fuller. Hey, let me tell you, put
You
Jordan Fuller
hold
ass
on,
back
hold on,
on the
hold on, hold on,
bench.
hold on,
Go
hold
ahead,
on.
go ahead, Doug. Go ahead,
We
go
about to
ahead.
get into it. No, you want to do it?
Let's go. Go for it. I'll let you go ahead. Go for it.
All right, we got Jordan Fuller and Dan Jackson, wasted contracts. Me and CJ were about to go through the phone. Like I'm talking about tag team, like
What's up, Nader?
just man. When I say it was bad, it was bad. Like I'm talking about through the
Mm-hmm.
phone, it was bad. I can only imagine if we were sitting beside each other.
Yeah.
That's to say the youth movement. I did
Mm-hmm.
like where I did see Cha Smith Wade out there. I think Richardson did come in on that last drive, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, he came in on that last drive because I think we had more DBs out there
Mm-hmm.
than linebackers because of them
Yeah.
having going five out. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Fuller, I don't understand it. I don't understand it since game one.
I don't
Since
either.
game one.
I don't either. He has looked lost since he let what's the man name number 22 for the Saints. I had him on my fantasy team. He got hurt.
Shaheed.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed. He looked lost since he missed that long touchdown to him too, because he was definitely out of position on that play as well. Diggy, what's up? What's going on, Diggy? How you doing? Said the whole game was prevent defense. The
Mhm.
Panthers were helped by a lot of shoddy Giants play. Well, I wouldn't say the entire game was prevent defense because well, you know what? No, you might be right, because you'll see J.C. Horn playing press coverage on one side of the field, and then everybody on the other side is at least 6 to 7 yards off of the defender. But on that last drive, everybody was playing 10 yards off. I mean, it's second and 5, and the cornerbacks are 5 yards past the line of the game. And that's why I always joke and say, damn, I could go out there and make a throw like that. But yeah. Let me see. Austin said exactly, where was Demani Richardson? Hey, on the bench where he didn't need to be. Um, Let me see. Digger says G Woonham looked like he was playing on fresh legs. LOL. Yes. Yes. And Deontay said, shout out to Woonham. Okay, Doug, let's talk about Deontay. Um, I think we finally saw
You
maybe
said
what we could do with a
you said
I said
Deontay.
Deontay. I'm
That's
sorry,
what I was gonna say.
DJ.
Whoa,
My
whoa,
bad. DJ Woonham. My bad. My bad. My bad. Hey, scatterbrain here. You know, we went back to back games. I don't know what to do with myself, dog. I probably misspelled some shit on the thumbnail, just trying to rush, put it out. Hey, let me see. I ran upstairs. I got on pajama pants. I ran upstairs. The first thing I saw, I said, let me throw this shit on real quick.
don't
But
worry.
but DJ Woonham. Okay,
Yeah.
so I like the fact that the Panthers were able to get some pressure.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Woonham, I think, actually made a bit of an impact in this game. I don't think he had a sack because if I'm not mistaken, Ashawn Robinson had a sack. No, DJ
He
Woonham did have
did.
a sack.
Yeah, he
He
had the
did
first
on
sack. He
on
had the
that on
first
that
sack.
on that whack ass flea flicker that they call. Well, let me take that back. That was actually a good play, but for whatever reason, Daniel Jones did not see two wide open wide receivers running down the field. And it's always like our defenders, especially our edge rushers, have been like a half a second late all season long getting the quarterbacks. And
Mm-hmm.
in this game, we were able to get some pressure on them. But what you think about DJ?
You finally got pressure. You
Yeah.
finally got pressure. You saw where Clowney actually had a person on the opposite side of him that can
Mm-hmm.
actually take pressure, and you saw both ends collapse. That first
Mm-hmm.
sack, DJ Wanham just beat Clowney to a sack.
Yeah.
What we've always been wanting, we want pressure. I think in total we may have had 3 sacks, but I would go with 2.5. Um,
Two.
Two. Okay. Then you
Yeah, I got
had
I got in front two. Yep.
um the containment. One thing,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, like you said, most of those passes were just probably pressure that he felt. One thing that we
Mm-hmm.
have not been able to do.
Yeah.
Um, I do like what I've seen. Hopefully, he can build on it with the off week, and we have Kansas City coming in. A tough task
Mm-hmm.
at hand,
To
but
say the least.
I definitely like what I saw for a first game. Dave Canales said he's been killing it in practice, and we finally were able to
Mm-hmm.
see it as fans. So
Yeah.
I'm glad he's healthy. I'm glad the recovery process that he had to go through,
That
which
part.
we already
Yes.
know what he had to go through to come out, for his first game and actually be productive and actually help. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing really to say. I mean, that's just you know what's good out of the game that we saw. I definitely love it.
Mm. You know what? Hey, Neo Shadow Wolf, I agree with you completely. We need to get Clowney replacement in the draft, and we need a true nose tackle. You are absolutely right.
If we're gonna stay in the
Absolutely
three
right.
four,
Yes, if we're going to stay in the 3-4, which I think it's a good chance, we're not. Okay. I do think it's a good chance that we're not because I don't it just it's taking Evero way too long to get this defense to look like something. And I understand their injuries. But you got a rookie in Damani Richardson who's played really good the past 2 games, and then this game you take him out. Okay.
yeah,
And then you got Jordan Fuller back there. Now, mind you, I think he was okay for most of the game, but there were a couple plays where I'm just like, bro, like what are you doing? Like what is your assignment and why didn't you finish your assignment? Like come on, bro. But
yeah,
but yeah, either way, either way, we need another edge rusher, and we do need more interior line help. That I think we need to get in the draft. I don't know who all is going to be available free agency as far as top notch defensive linemen. I don't know if the Panthers will be able to afford any of them, but we do have Brant Tillis, okay, and he was able to get um Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis in here on 2 really big contracts that were really cap friendly this season. Now
correct.
next year, that's going to hit us over the head as far as those 2 contracts. So I don't know if he can finagle or do something like he did this time to where that first year helps the team out because as much of a mess as this team is on the field, I think we are as much of a mess as financially as well as far as the cap. Bad contracts, bad signings, people that we didn't sign and things of that nature. that they're in the process of trying to work through and weed those out. Okay. But I do think we're going to have one more season where I ain't gonna say we're going to be in cap hell next year, but I don't think it's going to be like going from where we are now to we're just in the best spot available, best spot possible. I think it'll be better, but I don't think we're going to be exactly where we want to be, financially. So we'll see about that. And hold on, let me see. Somebody, I think it was Neo Shadow Wolf. He asked a question earlier. Okay, said how would this affect our draft stock? Well, well, hold on, Doug. Hold on, Doug. No, this is a good question, Doug. This is a
Oh
good
no, I was
question.
just saying, here we go in a good way. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So now, mind you, of course, if we win and a few more teams lose today, yes, we're going to fall down in the draft order. Okay, we're going to fall down in the draft order. And who was it? Who was it, Doug, in our group chat that said we should
No,
trade back
Slut,
in the first round?
Slut.
Okay. So with me personally, I kind of agree with that. The way we are now, just say if we can eke out another win or two this year, okay, that'll put us we at 5-12, for the season. We're still going to have a top 10 pick, maybe top five, depending on what some of these other teams do for the rest of the season. I'm not mad at the Panthers if they want to trade back and acquire more picks because, like I've been stressing for the past couple of weeks, if you're doing a rebuild, you want to rebuild through the draft. You want to get younger. You want to have as many of these rookie contract, well, maybe not as many, but you want to build and get talent in here and be able to evaluate them without breaking the bank. So you get 6 or 7 young players in here and get them evaluated. Hopefully they pan out. And one thing I do like about the draft position that we're in now, we only have one pick past round 5. So we have a 7th round pick. Everything else is round 5 and up. So the Panthers can do some more finagling and gain some more picks earlier in the draft. That's a better shot at them for acquiring better talent in the first part of the draft. I still think, I still would like for them to have more picks, but at this point, it's just like, what do you do with the picks? And if you acquire more picks, make sure that those picks are, quality picks and they hit. So, but yeah, what you think, Doug?
No, I mean, I was gonna say I'm not worried about it because again, it's good
Mm-hmm.
that we're winning because you're definitely gonna move back. Dan Morgan has already said he wants to build to the draft. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that back end of the top 10, which we're
Mm-hmm.
probably at currently right now, that's a good thing because again, most people try to creep up in the top 10 at the back end and try to get a quarterback or a wide receiver or mostly quarterback. I'm gonna stick with the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it because again, I don't see us, you know, I hate saying it. I mean, if we do, great, but I mean, being realistic as the draft, I don't see us getting
Mm-hmm.
like 6 wins where we're in the middle of the pack of, the teams. We're gonna be at the
Yeah.
possibly in between 1 and 10, and you trade back.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the blueprint that I always love talking about is the Detroit Lions. They traded up, but they also were sitting at a prime pick in the top 10 where they, moved back at the end of the draft as well. So I'm not
Okay.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, does it affect certain people's perspective on the draft? Yes. But
Yeah.
again, we're not at the end of the season yet where we really can know exactly where we sit at. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's more of, let's just, take the win, but we can talk draft, but we don't know the status where we're gonna be at yet.
I feel you. Hey, and shout out Mr. Hunky Dory. He said he gonna fill in for Tony. He said I got 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. As my cousin would say, guess I call it even.
That's what Stone always gonna say right there, man.
Uh-huh. Nigga said, watch Clowney go into concussion protocol after hitting the head by that. Hey, shout out to David and Clowney for the now mind you, we're over in Europe. That's a soccer stadium. Okay.
Yep.
Or well, football to them, we call it soccer. So that's the biggest soccer stadium in Germany. And it was funny. I was trying to think of the term when that happened because I thought he tipped the ball with his hand, but it hit him in the helmet.
It
And I
was
was
an
like, look,
assist.
I said, look at Clowney with the header.
Yep.
He got the
That's
header.
exactly what he
And
did.
and then, oh, excuse me. And then concrete hands Xavier Woods with the interception. I couldn't believe it, y'all. I couldn't believe it. I said he actually caught the damn ball. I said, come on, y'all, let's go.
That's your boy right there.
I know. Let me see. Deontay said this draft should be best player available, but with the defensive focus. Spend on defense, spend on offense, and draft on defense. Exactly. I agree. Let me tell you, I wish Tony was here for this one. Why is Ian Thomas still getting touches? Leave his ass in Germany. You know what though? You know what? I think he had a catch. He got positive yards. He got down. Nothing happened. Move on to the next play. But yeah, I mean, we give Ian Thomas hell on this channel, but I would really be surprised if he's still here next year. I think he signed was it a 1 year extension? I don't think it was no more than one.
It wasn't even a year extension. I think he did the was it the cap what is it called? What is it called?
I don't know.
He took a I'm going to say reduction. I can't think of the football term where they took most of his salary away, so he's making a veteran minimum, but he's a free agent next year. I cannot think
Gotcha.
of what he did. Restructure. He restructured his contract.
Restructure. Okay, gotcha.
I could man. I had no. I'm talking about a
Uh-huh.
brain fart. Man, I had a brain fart.
There you say I'm glad to see Miles touches were limited. Yeah, but
I
you know
wouldn't
what
say it
though?
like that.
Hey, no, but hey, but prayers up for Miles. He did get carted off the field, and we all have our thoughts and opinions on Miles, but never want to see that. So, hey, everybody out there, pray for Miles, and I hope he is okay, because that didn't look. And crazy thing is, I thought we was gonna have another one carted off the field because that raggedy ass horse collar that they didn't call on Chuba. I'm sorry. I don't care. You tell me what you want, spin it however you want. They put that rule in to prevent that exact damn play because too many people were getting hurt. They're going down and their body going one way and their legs get trapped on them going another way. Luckily, Chuba was okay and was able to get right back in the game. Because now, mind you, Doug was real worried earlier, and he was like, "Crap! Now all we got is Chuba and Raheem Blackshear." And I was like, we'll be all right. And then when Chuba was down, I thought myself, I said, God, I said, Doug gonna call me and cuss me out right now. I'm gonna
No,
see, I told you.
I was mad because I was like, bro, I'm like, I really can't believe they're not gonna call a horse
Mhm.
collar. Like
Yeah,
that's
for real.
wow.
That's wild. Hey, Big Rich Homie Uncle Quan, what's going on? He said we got to sharpen up during the bye. KC will be our biggest challenge yet. Yes. Yep. 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 I'm hoping that and the thing is too, and Tony was right. Tony was right. Jonathan Brooks did not play. He was completely right on that one. And I get it, and I'm all for it. Hopefully, he got another week to rest, another week of practice, actually another 2 weeks, and make sure he get himself right before he get out there on that field, and we'll see. And the crazy thing about it, it may have came at the exact right time because we don't know exactly what happened to Miles Sanders and how long he might be out. So, I expect to see who is it? Either like Mike Boone or Dylan Johnson brought up from the practice squad as well.
No,
And
boy, if Jonathan Brooks don't play when we play KC, it's gonna be a real issue because I think it's time now. I
no,
think
I'm
it's
saying
time.
for a third running back in case Miles don't play. You
Well,
know what I'm
but
saying?
Blackshear is the third back. Do you not think they will put? I see what you're saying. So okay, so if they do
Yeah.
that, with David
Because
Moore?
right now it's Chuba, Miles, and then you got Blackshear. That was it. So that's what I'm saying. If Miles is out, we're gonna need to bring up another running back to the active roster.
No, what I was asking, I'm saying if you know, I was saying would they take
Mhm.
special teams away from Blackshear and just put David Moore like they just did this,
I
just
would.
so that's what I'm saying. So you will still have
Hmm.
Chuba, Jonathan, and Blackshear. You see what I'm saying? There's no reason to elevate anybody. You still have
Oh,
to practice.
never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was completely forgetting about Brooks. Come. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
All right. Brain fart on my part that time. My bad.
Nah, you good. You good because I was
My
confused. I'm
bad.
like, hold on. I'm like, CJ must be missing somebody.
Look, hey, look, and I'm over here confident as hell in my mind. I'm sitting there like, what is Doug not getting about what I'm saying? And now I'm sitting there like, I'm the dumbass. Okay, my bad. My bad. But yes, I do agree with you though. I would give the return duties to David Moore and let Miles be, well, they may not. David Moore probably still be doing punt returns and Blackshear will probably still be doing kickoffs. You know what I
But
mean?
but
So we'll
but
see.
he will be the third back though. That you
He'll
need
be the third
if
back. Yes.
something does
Hmm.
happen, because
Yeah.
you saw it translate over
Yeah.
once
It's
you know.
the same thing we got now, just if Brooks comes back and Miles is not able to play. Gotcha.
Correct.
Gotcha. 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 All right, let me scoot on down here. I'm gonna get everybody else comment as well too. But shout out to Mr. Hunky Dory for the $2 super chat. As always, we appreciate you. He said, Shout out to the Kool-Aid pitcher size beers. Yo, let me tell you, but if there's any place to get drunk, boy, it's over there. And
Yeah.
I seen pictures of PNP, um
You got
let me
Dunk.
see, PNP, Dunk, and some other folks over there. And all of them, all they beers were shoot by the look by the big around as this fan I got right
It
here.
was a
That's
picture.
that's it. That's what the
That's a
cup
true
size
picture.
was.
A true picture.
Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Mr. Hunky Dory, man, shout out to you again for the super chat. Dog, we appreciate you. All right, let me see. Nine Dime all the time. What's going on? He said, "What's up, homie?" Guess getting a little hope back. Hey, you know, a little bit. Let me see. Okay, thank you, Dante. He said, right now we are ninth. Okay.
That's what I just say at the back end. You remember I
Yeah.
just said top 10 at the back end.
But I think that also depends on the results of the rest of the games for the day
That's
too.
today.
You know,
Yeah.
I do believe we'll probably rise up a few spots, depending on what happens today. Because if that's the case, then shoot, everybody above us would have to lose today, and that may up this hell that may happen, but it may not. But we'll see. Let me see. Oh, he said Uncle Quan Casey. Carlos said, exactly, agree 100%. We have to build a winning culture and get as many draft picks and young talent as possible. And finishing this season strong by some more games is more important to me. Yes. You know, like I said, that's a really hard last part of the schedule for us. But I want to see them go out. I want to see them still be competitive. You know, I don't want to see them go out there and just completely shit the bed for the rest of the season. That would be just a huge no. Huge no for me. Let me see. Draft picks in the 6 and 7 are like poo on your shoe. Hey, Mahomes with that much time, Hunt with that much space. Yikes. Yeah, now mind you, I do agree. If we do get in a situation where Evero is playing that god awful prevent defense, you know, halfway through the first half or something, yeah, Mahomes is gonna light us up. Okay. He's going to light us up. If there's any way possible that this game is that close as the one today, like it's somehow in the fourth quarter and Evero starts doing what he did today, just hang it up. You know, we just go ahead and go live halfway through the fourth quarter and be like, yeah, we live early, but we about to lose.
Nah.
Yeah. Let me see. QJ said Travis Hunter would be a great addition to our team, but I don't think we'll get him. I don't think we're gonna get him neither. I don't think we're gonna get him neither. Put Mahomes in the blue tent in 2 weeks. Hey, like I said, I don't wish no harm on anybody, but if somehow he was knocked out for that game and you know ready to go the next week after you know they played us, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Hey, what's going on, Earl? How you doing? Hey, let me tell you, last time we went live, boy, Earl was talking shit, boy. Earl was hot when we when we won that last game. Earl was mad. Oh goodness. You my boy Blue. Ian Thomas always good for 3 yards. Yeah. Austin Wright said that was it. Definitely was a horse collar. Definitely was. Definitely
Definitely
was.
was.
Let me see. Slick Vic, what's going on? I said, Big Dub, we getting Brian Dayball fired next. Yo, that is crazy. You know what? And I still have. Look, I still have this up.
The
Hold on, let me
Grim
see it.
Reaper.
There it go.
The
Yeah,
Bryce
yeah.
Reaper.
So hey,
The
so
Bryce
let's
Reaper.
talk about this for a hot second. If y'all didn't see the live on Friday, and we brought this up. So after 6 games last year, Frank Wright fired. Okay, after the win against the Falcons, Arthur Smith fired. Dennis Allen last week fired. Okay, and then my brother-in-law, shout out to my brother-in-law. He's a Giants fan. He stopped by yesterday with my niece and nephew. And happy birthday, Makai and Michaela as well. They got some 18-year-old nieces and nephews around here. But you know, he's a Giants fan. I asked him, I said, bruh, I said, so if the Panthers mess around and beat the Giants, so you think they ball gonna make it Monday morning? He said, absolutely not. He was like, absolutely not. So we'll see. So shout out to the guys, the Panthers on tap on this one. And I will let me tell you, I would definitely put this picture back up here if that is the case come next week. Okay. But let me see. Okay, so let's talk about this though. Now,
Yes, sir.
Bryce Young's play in general, because I know that's gonna get a lot of scrutiny. The Bryce haters out there are, you know, will still find a way to talk for, you know, 2 hours all about Bryce, even though we got to win. They're gonna come out here. Well, he still didn't look good. He didn't do anything. Blah 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 blah. What's your thoughts on it? Chat, y'all let me know.
He's playing clean football. Outside of
Mm-hmm.
that Denver game, where some of those picks could have been on the receiver, Bryce really put the ball where it needed to be today. Most of
Mm-hmm.
those drops, I will say, outside of the Chuba Hubbard, people say he overthrew or had it too high. The pass he had to Xavier Leggett, ball was right where it needed to be. The ball to Jalen Coker, right where it needed to be, both times. But again, you can't win or lose with some of these fans because they're gonna say, "Oh, well, Bryce didn't put it right there; it was timing." So, for me
Mm-hmm.
personally, he's having a clean sheet. 2 weeks in a
Okay.
row outside of the one sack with Brian Burns, no sacks.
Mm-hmm. All
So,
right. Bet. 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 Bet.
what else are you looking for? What else did you think um what needed to be done? Again, no interceptions.
Yeah.
Outside of the Denver game, back-to-back weeks, no interceptions, no fumbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I thought he did okay. I thought he did okay. Not actually, let me start. I thought he did pretty damn good. Okay. The one thing that I want Bryce to work on, Jalen Coker. It was third down. I forgot what series it was, but Jalen Coker ran the wheel route. They executed it to perfection, and
Mhm.
Bryce overthrew him. It seems like there is one pass a game now. It's been a streak where the receivers, running backs, whoever, they execute the play call to perfection, and Bryce Young, just overthrows him. Now, I know he had a little bit of pressure in his face, but I don't think there was enough pressure for him not to be able to complete that pass. And I really want him to get in the habit, or somehow, I don't know how they're going to fix this because everybody's like, oh, his arm, his arm. Well, I mean, shit, he got enough arm. He keep overthrowing these guys. You know what I mean? Something's got to give, but we'll see. And somebody mentioned that Bryce Young is live in the presser, and let me pull that up here right now. Okay.
It was probably Mr. Hunky Dory, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was
So
gonna say most of all the
yeah,
pressure they got to get back.
let me know if y'all can hear this. Okay.
What I said, I was walking up. I was like, "This is a good turnout. I appreciate that. How's everyone doing?"
Can everybody hear that?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That's all perspective. I'm great. I'm blessed for sure. All glory to God. I'm super happy for this team, for my teammates, for everyone involved. And it's great. Again, it's 2 wins right now. We had these 24 hours. We're gonna enjoy it. But obviously, stuff to clean up, stuff to build off of. But we'll worry about that. When the time's appropriate.
When I talked to you the other day, you talked about your faith, and how did that play today in your confidence in executing today?
For sure. I definitely draw my confidence from the Lord. That's the ultimate source for me. Good or bad, ups and downs, regardless of what we're going up against out in the field, I carry that confidence with me. I know that everything's already written. It's already ordained, and whatever God's will, what He wants it to be is what it's going to be. So just having that thought process, doing everything I can to glorify Him, help the team do my job. But ultimately, He controls the outcome. So that's my thought process. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm super happy for him. Someone who's been playing so well, worked super hard, great guy. It's great having him in the locker room. So I'm glad for him to get his first, and there'll be plenty more.
Bryce, how much more comfortable does it make
I didn't hear that question. Who got his first what?
Yeah,
JT
when you have a
Sanders,
back like that,
first
O line
touchdown.
that you can
Gotcha.
lean on in the run game, that's huge. It helped us out a lot, opened up a lot of things. Chuba played amazing, as he always does, but did a great job. Again, like I said, the line creating for that. So having that is huge.
right out of playing for you in front of this crowd? Technically it was a home game, but does it feel like a home game or more like a away game or totally different?
Yeah, I feel like we got some good home atmosphere. Everyone was quiet on third down, and they got a little loud for them on third down. So I appreciated that. But it was really surreal. Honestly, just being a kid from Pasadena, California, and being out in Munich, Germany, playing a football game is just something that is something I never could have dreamed of as a kid. The fans, the support, everything here was amazing. Being able to see the city, be out here, and just the engagement from the fans throughout the whole time. It was just cool seeing a different culture and atmosphere. So it was definitely a blessing.
All right, I'm gonna pause it there. I will say this. I do believe we were well represented out there in Germany as far as I mean NFL in general, because there were a lot of fans out there and not just, Carolina and New York Giants gear. I saw people out there in Tampa Bay gear, Kansas City gear, like everybody. And me and my wife were talking about this. So Doug, do you think there's a chance that we have, and especially, since we got the dub, you think it's a chance we get another international game next year?
I mean, from the turnout, yeah.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
you might well me. I mean, you might as well just tell the people me and you were talking. I think it's gonna be 8 international games next year. 8.
Yeah. Hey,
So
I think we're gonna get one of them. I do. I really do think we're gonna get one of them, but we'll see. But I put it like this: if we get another game next year, I done told the wife already. I'm going. I told her, I said, whenever we find out the schedule and what's what, we're gonna go ahead and book some tickets. We gonna go on and go over there. Yep.
what I tell you yesterday when
What's
you
that?
laughed at me. Yeah, we're gonna take a what? We're
Hey,
gonna take what type of loan?
oh, PPP loan.
We're gonna take a PP. We're gonna take a PPP loan. If the 48th gives them loans
Mm.
out, we're taking a PPP loan, and that's gonna be for the trip for the international game.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Miss Hunky Dory said 70,132 came to watch the NFL team, two teams at the bottom. I think they like football. I think they do. I think they do. You my boy Blue said, I love these morning games. We won, and now I got the rest of my day to chill. Hey, let me tell you, when we get off of here, I'm about to fire up the good old editing software and get the replay of the game and go ahead and put some shorts out. And if y'all haven't already, and if y'all don't know, I usually try to put out shorts after the game. So please, if you can, go check them out for me. Share them. It helps the channel out, get a little bit of ad revenue from the shorts as well, and we greatly appreciate you. Oh, and speaking of that, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button, like the stream for us. It'll help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe here on YouTube, and also follow us on our X channel, X page, Twix as we like to call it. You catch us over there on Two Fans ITS. All right, so Dutton, I did want to talk about now. I'm talking trash about the defense, but there were a couple plays that were really wild. That last drive, that the drive before the Giants' last touchdown drive, where who was it? Chuba fumbled. Okay, Chuba fumbled the ball when they didn't call the horse collar, and then so a couple plays later, Josie Jewell actually made a good play, tips the ball, and this is the second time this happened this season. Tips the ball, and instead of the ball being behind the receiver, he actually tipped it in front of the receiver, which was Theo Johnson, and he actually caught the ball. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
then crazy enough, couple plays later, Daniel Jones throws a pass to the outside, and was it Tracy that didn't catch it?
Yeah,
And the
Tracy didn't
ball hit Josie Jewell, got caught right up in his arm, and he ended up with the damn interception. And we going back the other way. And I bring that up because I think that's something that the Panthers have not had much of all this season. Because sometimes you got skill. Okay, skill is a major part of the game, but you need luck sometimes, and I think that's something the Panthers haven't had a lot of. And hell, we got it on a couple plays. The doink off the head of Clowney, and Xavier Woods caught that, and then that missed pass from Daniel Jones, and somehow Josie Jewell ended up getting the interception on that one. Like, those were big plays in this game because you think about it, the Giants were going down to score a touchdown. They had all the momentum after getting that fumble on the
catch.
call that should have been called or wasn't called. And then for whatever reason, we ended up getting the ball back. So what you think about those plays, though?
I would say that drive really showed the growth of the defense. Um, One thing me and you both said, the defense really got lackadaisical when Tracy scored that rushing touchdown, because it was
Mm-hmm.
like once he beat their gap, they just gave up. And I'm like, no, I don't like that. Don't do that. But I felt like Josie Jewell kind of sort of gave up a little bit whenever he tipped it, and then the tight end caught it. But then right afterwards, he
Mm-hmm.
had a sideline pick. So for
Yeah.
me, it was great. It was more of a play that we need the defense to make because again, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how this game would have turned out if they would have went down and scored. Would have Bryce had a game-winning drive? How would our 4-minute offense look?
Yeah.
I'm just glad the defense actually stepped up this time. Even if they were tired, we had a timely interception where, yes, we did have another 3-and-out after that drive, but they had to travel the field to go get a game time field goal.
Yeah. Look at the comment here. QJ says light skinned Gary Coleman is turning the corner. Shout out, Bryce. God, that man, light skinned
Yeah,
Gary Coleman.
yeah, that's a wild one right there.
Oh, hey, shout out to you, QJ. Hey, man, that's hilarious. That that is
That's a wild one
hilarious.
right there.
Light skinned Gary Coleman. Oh my God, I gotta use that one. Y'all going to see that in the short here later as well. Appreciate that, QJ. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's definitely good Panther Nation to get back to back wins. Going into the bye week. The only thing is, I hope that this bye week. I think the bye week has come at the right time, but I'm
Correct.
hoping that that week off doesn't make them a little lackadaisical, or I hope that Dave Canales can keep them focused throughout the bye week and into the next week of preparation for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Do
Okay.
you really think he can though? With you asking that, because again, a bye week
Yeah.
is a good thing, and
Mm,
bye week is not a bad thing. It's really a good thing
yeah.
because you you get you get the injuries, you get the little nagging things,
Mm,
fit stone and rest, and then
yeah.
afterwards you finish out the season strong, whatever that means of looking competitive, getting wins. Your quarterback play, going into year 3 looks better. It just depends on what you ask the particular fan or what they're
Mm,
looking for as the team going to these last couple of games.
okay. Gotcha. Well, I mean, hey, I hope so. I hope so. I hope he's learned enough in his coaching career. I mean, this ain't the first bye week he's been through, but this is his first bye as a head coach. So
Correct.
the one thing is, if Dave Canales is one thing, he is super positive. So we know, he's always going to be encouraging them players to, keep their minds sharp, still maintain focus. And you know what, and I'm sure, and the thing is too, you saw what 4 games off did for Bryce. So you get he's been back for what, 3 games?
Yes.
Okay. He looked better in the Denver game, even though we lost. Okay. He got a win against New Orleans, got a win now against the Giants. So, another week for him to sit back and go through these past 3 weeks, look at film, process, say, hey, you know what? I need to, I hope he spends this bye week and focuses on the things that he needs to do. Like, I hope he gets Coker and Excel out there at some point in time and work on some of these deep routes that he keep overthrowing. You know what I mean? Like, they've got to get that down pat, because that might have kept us from going into overtime. We may have been able to win that game in that particular moment, and I stress may, because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What up, Raw Walt? What's going on? How you doing? Hey man, I need you to change that profile picture back now. And we hey, 2 dubs in a row, dog. I need you to change that. Oh, you know what? And before we go, and I wish my boy was on here at damn Nakari. Hey, let's talk about Eddie P for a hot minute before we get up out of here.
Yeah, go ahead and talk
Hey,
about
hey man, so it's funny because Eddie P made his first field goal this season, over 50 yards in the first half. And so when he did that, I sent Doug a message and I was like, Eddie, with a bunch of exclamation marks.
it.
Then this dodo head goes out there the very next play and kicks the ball short of the landing zone on the kickoff. And then the Giants got the ball at the 40-yard line.
Isn't that the
Doug was
drive they
like,
scored?
huh? I don't know. I don't. It might. Was it? I got to go back and look. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, he goes out and doinks the ball short of the landing zone on the very next play, and the Giants got the ball at the 40. Doug calls me like, "Why did you put that in the chant? You ain't nothing but a damn jinx, CJ."
Yep, that's exactly what I called him. I said you beat that man from
Mm,
getting, his credit where people criticize him for sitting out
mm,
and everything, and then look, lo and behold, what you do.
yeah. Hold on. The Jadarius experience going on. Bryce still isn't the guy, but I'll take that win. At least I know it isn't the offense that's the main problem on this team. You know what? That's one of the more what's the word I'm looking for? Reasonable Bryce takes I've seen for somebody who doesn't think that he is the guy. That last place said, at least I know the offense isn't the main problem on the team. You know what? I can agree with that. Appreciate the comment, Darius. Appreciate the comment. You know, I think Bryce still can be the guy, but it's still yet to determine if he will be. I think that's fair, but appreciate the comment. Ross said, oh yeah, I'm looking for a new one right now. UJ said Saints beating the Falcons. Ooh, I ain't even got the TV on.
They are.
Oh, okay.
That's why I keep looking up and stuff. They are 10-0.
Gotcha. I knew you was watching the game. I didn't know which one you was watching. And I'm sitting here like I ran out here trying to get everything ready to go live. I ain't even got the TV on.
That
but
would
yeah.
be a surprise because again, I have the split. Shout out to YouTube TV though. So that's why I love when you do the split. You know, me and CJ talk about. He was like, "Doug, I don't know how you do it. How you can have 4 different games on one." I'm like, "Nah, I do it at least 2." But like this, Tampa Bay is struggling right now with the 49ers. So with us winning, I'm not saying we can win a division, but it's good that we're in the thick of things. Better way of saying it. That's why I would say we're in the thick of things right now.
Hey, let me tell you. I hope Red Swarm is somewhere listening to this.
Hey, hold on.
Hey,
Trenton Wirfs is getting walked off, and it does not look good right now.
Ooh, yeah. Hey,
go ahead,
look,
my bad.
I was just about to say, I hope Red Swarm is watching this at some point. I need the Falcons to win today because I need Carolina to be out of the bottom of the division for the first time in God knows how long. I don't know when the last time we weren't in last place in the NFC South. So, you know, I don't typically root for the Falcons, but I do hope they beat the Saints today.
Yeah.
Let me see. Jadad said, we beat the Chiefs, it must be raining gold the next day. And let me tell you, boy, I'm gonna have all my 5-gallon buckets ready, dog. I'm gonna have all my 5-gallon buckets ready. But back to Eddie P though, real quick. And then Eddie, you know, okay, before we get back to Eddie P, shout out to oh my goodness, I keep messing up people's names. Ashawn Robinson. Shout out to Ashawn Robinson with the huge play on the first play of overtime. Because when the Giants got the coin toss, I was like, oh God, I was like, crap. You know, because in my mind then, I'm like, okay, this defense is still reeling, even though we held them to a field goal. I'm like, you don't want to give this Giants offense any momentum because I know they were happy. You know, because even Kurt Warner was like, the Giant sideline was upbeat. Panther sideline was over here like, crap, we had this game. We let it slip away. But shout out to Ashawn Robinson with the big play. And as Uncle Quan said, fact, clutch. That was clutch. And I feel bad for Tracy. I mean, because he was on the sidelines and he was like this with his head down. He did not look up the entire time. Everybody was coming over trying to console him. And then when Eddie P made the field goal to win the game, somebody went over, threw a towel over his head. My wife was like, well, damn, why they go over and cover? I said, I don't know, babe. I said, I don't know. But I wish Nakari was here to hear me say this. Shout out to Eddie P for the 50-yarder, his first 50-yarder of the season. And he had plenty of leg on it. That would have been good from about maybe 55, 56. Okay. And shout out to Eddie P for the game winner, because let me tell you, I was sitting there and they were like they icing the kicker. And my wife was like, why do they do this? I said, well, it's more of icing the kicker when they wait until right before the ball is snapped to call the timeout, and you get the offense in the motion, and then the kicker is, you know, going up and making an attempt at a field goal that doesn't count. Then they have to go back and repeat that process again. Sometimes it backfires because you get a kicker that will miss that first attempt and then turn around and make the second one. But I told my wife, I was like, they called the timeout before the Panthers kicking team even got set, you know, to even do anything. So I was like, did they really ice him? No, I don't think so.
He has done that before.
Yep.
So
let me see. Jadarius said, honestly, not surprised the Chiefs losing. Broncos always turn into the 2015 Broncos defense against Mahomes, and they have a decent QB. Gotcha. QJ said, glad Canales gave Bryce Young some credit today. He needs to continue to instill confidence in him. He does. He said, digits, I'm here for the bleeping ping pong. Oh God, us is Saints up 10-0. Okay, all right. Atlanta, I need you to do something now. I want to be third place, and I know that's not saying much, I know that's not saying well. I know that's not anything to get super happy about, but I would love to be third place in the division for at least a week. I'm just saying.
Not for a week.
Uh, hey, look, Austin said I was like, "Don't kick it yet, Eddie. They icing you." Exactly, exactly. All right, well, cool beans, y'all. Like I said, I wanted to hop on here real quick and just do a quick recap. We're gonna go live again during the week and break this down. I'm trying to bring some film in so we can look at some things and kind of talk about what's going on as the Panthers go into the bye week. You know what we can look forward to. You know what we would like to see happen after the bye week. I know we play the Chiefs, not the most ideal opponents to play after the bye week. But you know, man, we can break down what we think the Panthers need to do to be able to have a chance at, you know, possibly winning that game. If we can be competitive and not go out there and just think it up and let them drop 40 points on us, I would be fine with that. You know, I would be just thrilled with a W, as unlikely as that sounds. All right. Jadarius said, dead ass. I just want to not be the worst team in the division for a week. Facts, see, Doug. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only. Give me a week, dog. Give me a week. Let me feel like I'm not sitting in the bottom of the bucket for 1 week. I'll take it. All right, Quan. Said one love.
Hey,
Yes. And as Diggett said, before we get up out of here, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Yes, and please, before y'all go, please hit the like button. Hit the like button and help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Go ahead, Doug.
no, I was just gonna say before we head out, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to your pops. That's a veteran.
Yes.
Most of my family have veterans all through Marines, Army, and Navy. And to all the ones that I know, Panther Nation has plenty of people that are veterans. So
Yes.
again, happy early Veterans Day to all the veterans across not just Panther Nation, but all across the world. And thank you for you guys for your service, man.
Yeah. Priest, I'm glad you mentioned that, Doug, because that I forgot all about that. But yes, oh, and my sister has dubbed my daddy, she nicknamed him Bruce. So as she said on Facebook, Bruce is loose, everybody. My daddy is home. He's chilling. His foot is looking a lot better. He had an infection in his foot. Swelling is going down, his foot looking a lot better. So, you know, for the most part, he's actually listening and taking it easy. And, you know, he's getting his bandages changed every day. So, yeah, but happy Veterans Day to you, Pops. Doug, happy Veterans Day, sir. All
Appreciate
right.
it, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you to everybody that served and have served out there. We appreciate all of you and everything that y'all do. All right. Hold on. A couple more comments before we get out. QJ said, 2 weeks in a row of not doing mock drafts at halftime. Never could have made it. Marvin Sapp voice. Oh my God.
Look,
Yo.
we ain't gonna start because we got one. We got one for y'all. So me and CJ ain't
Oh
gonna
my
CJ and
God.
myself ain't gonna start.
Yeah. All right. Let me get the hell up off of here. Hey, look, Doug, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here,
That
man?
was my closing comment because you already know I'm ready. I can cut up, but hey, we gotta win. So I'm gonna cut it. Hey, we
Hey,
gotta
but
win.
but but hold on though. Now the never would have made it. You know, I know this is blending two songs on two totally different sides of the spectrum. But you know, the never would have made it with the some cut by I forgot the name of the group. It was like yeah, hey, I saw somebody in the chat know what I'm talking about. Trillville, that's it. Trillville. You know they got the mix up with. You know what I'm talking about, duh.
But that's why I'm laughing. I'm trying to hold it in
What
for
it is, yo. What's up? Never, never. All right, y'all. I'm getting up out of here. Hey,
definitely need.
again, thank y'all for joining us. We greatly appreciate y'all. And yes, thank you, Austin. Appreciate that, dog. Yep, some cut by Trillville. Yes. But we appreciate everybody for joining us. Check us out during the week. Me and my the Couch Scout Extraordinaire will be back, and most likely our third fan in the stand at some point will probably join us again too. All right, so we'll look forward to that, and we appreciate everybody for stopping through joining us today. All right, and as always, Panther Nation, I leave you with 3 things. And before I get to it though, good job, team. 2 wins in a row going into the bye week. The kind of the perfect scenario for us as we sit as an organization right now with the way things have gone. Couldn't have asked for this, you know, transition to this bye week to go any better than it has. I mean, you know, we could have looked better. You know, we could have scored more points, but we got the W at the end of the day. All right. So 3 things. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. We'll see you.